Hunter College High School, and you have to be a gifted intellect to get into that school. I mean, there are students, I wish I could remember the figures I heard. I think you have to read at the 9th grade level to get into Hunter College High School at the 12th grade. You have to be able to absorb.
And you have to read at the 12th grade level in 9th grade.
Yes,
to get in. What grade were you in when you didn't get into Hunter College High School?
I never got in.
Shala is up at the top of your screen. And she's got a sister, I guess about a year and a half, 2 years younger than her. You hear this all the time. Oh, wait till you see the kid. The kid's even. But a lot of people think her kid's sister is going to be something else also.
We have a fine field here. Shala Lynch ran 2:07 for 800 meters outdoors as a 14-year-old freshman. To give you an idea, Mary Decker at that age ran 2:02.8. Some people run the comparisons. It's not totally fair, but she's running smartly. Look at, she's going right out now, taking the lead. She ran a few 1,500-meter races, only 3 that I know of this year earlier, and at 1,500 meters she was running comparable times to her victory here last year of 4:53.
15 years of age, Shala Lynch from Hunter College High School here in New York City. That's Bonnie Ewan, second. Heidi Rowe is third. Margaret Scutro from Ridgewood, New Jersey, sits in 4th place. But Shala Lynch with the lead.
I might add, all of these ladies you're seeing here have run the mile in under 5 minutes. Many are state champions in Pennsylvania, Massachusetts at either 800 meters, 1,600 meters, or at 2 miles. Sometimes they run 1,600-meter distance, which might as well be really a mile. You're only inches shy of being a full mile.
Shala Lynch with the lead.
Coming up to the quarter mark, we'll let you know the split. Bonnie Ewan, who's running in 2nd place, ideally would like a slow pace. She is an excellent 800-meter runner, as is Shala Lynch.
A little more than 8 laps to go. Shala Lynch with the lead. Ewan is 2nd. Heidi Rowe from State College, Pennsylvania is 3rd. Sitting in 4th is Margaret Scutro from Ridgewood, New Jersey. In 5th place, it is Kathy Franey from Massapequa.
Spencer, an interesting development here. The pace has really sagged because, and much to my surprise, Shala Lynch went out very hard. First quarter, and you saw her bolt to the lead, 67 seconds. That equates out to a 4:28 mile pace. That's far too fast. Let's see if she burned herself out a bit, or if anybody can try and force the pace and go by her here and try and pick things up rather than let them sag. My guess is anybody that tries to take the lead from Shala right now, she will fight off and keep back and will control the race this way.
Bonnie Ewan sitting up on her shoulder. Margaret Scutro sits in 3rd place. Heidi Rowe moves up to 4th. But it is Shala Lynch, 15 years old, from New York City, with the lead. Scutro's 3rd. Ewan is 2nd. And Kathy Franey from Massapequa, New York, has moved up into 4th, while Stacy Prey from Rochester is now up in 5th position. But it's still Shala Lynch.
Shala Lynch coming up to 800 meters, unofficially 2 minutes 23 seconds. So you can see how much it has sagged down very, very significantly, well over 5-minute pace for the 2nd quarter mile of their race, 2:23. It's still Ewan in 2nd place. Kath and Margaret Scutro from Ridgewood, as you mentioned. You notice the pace by how bunched it is. Let's see if someone tries to make a decisive move here to get away from the speed of the first 2 women.
It could be Franey. She's moving up and now making a big move on the outside. And taking the lead. Oh, Shala's able to ward her off right there.
That's from Rutland, Vermont, Eileen Ellick, who ran here last year, number 283.
Lynch, Ellig, Scutro moves up into 3rd. Ewan drops back to 4th. Kathy Franey is now 5th. But it has been Shala Lynch since the opening gun, the opening lap. Franey now moves up into 2nd place. She might make a bid at Shala Lynch.
I say this often, but it's true. The race has not begun. It's about to break open within the next lap.
It is Lynch with the lead. Franey is 2nd. Stacy Prey from Rochester is 3rd. And Margaret Scutro is sitting in 4th place. She's been in 4th place right from the outset.
See if anybody can make the move and go. Look at her fight her off. When you make a move with Shala, you've got to be fast and decisive.
Lynch still holds the lead. Stacy Prey is 2nd.
Pace has slowed dramatically, 3 minutes and 43 seconds. They've got to pick it up here to get under 5 minutes for the mile.
And now making a move on the outside into third place once again is Eileen Ellick, but it is Lynch with the lead. Frey second. Ellick is third.
I bet you Shala's going to kick away in the last lap. She's got one more to go.
Margaret Scutro has now moved into third place. Little more than a lap to go. Shala Lynch with the lead, looking to win her second consecutive high school mile. Lynch with the lead and now making the move up to Stacy Frey. It is Lynch and Frey. Kathy Franey third. Margaret Scutro is fourth. But Shala Lynch has the lead. Stacy Frey is second. And now Shala has a battle on her hands. Shala Lynch with the lead. Kathy Franey on the outside. Kathy Franey has taken the lead. Kathy Franey is going to beat Shala Lynch. And Eileen Ellick comes up for second. Shala Lynch is third. And that early pace, go back to the first quarter, Larry, as you pointed out, that may have been the difference.
She didn't have anything left. She didn't have anything left. She was not used to a 67-second pace. That was Stacy Frey that came in second. And our congratulations. Just a fine performance for our winner. I mean, it was a surprise the way she did it. 4 minutes 58 and 6/100ths of a second. Here you see the last lap going by. It's still Shala Lynch out in the lead. And Kathy Franey, the New York State outdoor 1,500-meter champion last year, makes her move and held off as long as she could. She couldn't, and she did it the tough way. She went around and ran a little extra distance in the outside lane. No bumping, as you could see. Had the acceleration. Shala could not hold on for victory. Moving past number 282, Stacy Frey, who was third in the Kinney National Cross Country meet. Third place went to Shala Lynch.
So a big victory right there as we go back to the pole vaulting competition. Kathy Franey from Massapequa, New York.
This is Brad Pursley, another Abilene Christian vaulter, close buddy of Billy Olson. Good form down the pit, up and over. Oh, brought it off with his chest as he came down on the bar.
Shooting for 17.8 in the pole vault right now.
Pursley, former American record holder outdoors.
Well, the next event up, the 800 meters, 5.5 laps, and a great field getting ready for this one.
And that's my size track that I can run well on right now. Right there. I can get around that track pretty quickly. 5.5 laps is what you see for 800 meters. It's about 5.5 yards shy of a full half mile.
Sebastian Coe holds the world indoor record. James Robinson, and he'll be competing tonight. The Millrose record, he set it in 1982. And there are competitors: David Patrick, John Marshall, Mark Belger, the former Villanova star, James Robinson, Edwin Coet, who was such a big surprise at the Olympics, and Tony Tuffarello.
Tough Tony is his nickname during his Villanova days. He was also an outstanding runner in New Jersey, a 46-second quarter miler in his day. On the left-hand part of your screen, running for Athletics West, Mark Belger, the winner of the first Millrose high school mile that they had here. 4:18 he ran back in 1974. This is a tremendous field. The man in green and white that you see, number 60 out there, from Laney Junior College outside the Bay Area, James Robinson, a 1976 and 80 Olympian, and he missed in a photo finish, losing to John Marshall, the last final third spot for our Olympic team at 800 meters this year. Has a great kick, and he missed when he set the Millrose record here, the American record for this distance, by just over 1/10 of a second.
He has won this event on 2 occasions, 1982, excuse me, again in 1984. Number 65 on the left is Tony Tuffarello. Number 60, you see James Robinson. 64 on the right, David Patrick. 62 is John Marshall from Villanova University. This is indeed a great, great field. 63, Edwin Coach. And Mark Belger, number 61.
Coach is on the inside in the dark outfit with Atlantic, if I can read those letters correctly, off our monitor. And he led the Olympics in the 800-meter final for the first lap and a half of that 2-lap race and forced the pace in the semifinals. He is a tremendous runner. This is an outstanding race. It's only 5.5 laps. It doesn't seem like much, but believe me, these guys fly. Most people going down the first baseline in a softball game don't go nearly as fast as these guys average for a half mile.
What people in what softball game are you
Any
talking
league.
about?
You pick your league.
Okay. Back to the pole vault.
Jeff Buckingham, look at that clearance. Whoa, baby.
17-8. Made it look easy.
What do you think of that, guys?
Check it, 17-8.5. The 800 meters underway, and Robinson on the outside.
Does not want the lead.
Nope, moving on the inside and taking it is Edwin Coet. Tony Tuffarello, number 65. David Patrick is number 64. Mark Belger is fourth along the inside.
I watched for Belger in third place, and possibly Coet to push the pace. Coet likes comfortable leading, although the pace right now is staggering, but this is not that fast a pace. On the outside, Dave Patrick from the University of Tennessee, formerly, is a very strong intermediate hurdler and a very fine 800-meter runner as well. He likes to lead and will force the pace. Things have to pick up here, guys, or it's going to be James Robinson at the finish line in the fourth lane.
Coet, Patrick, Mark Belger, Tony Tuffarello sitting at fourth, John Marshall, and James Robinson sits last.
Spencer, this is going to be a close finish. I'm telling you, this place is going to be rocking and socking here with a lap and a half to go, because this is slow. We'll give you the split.
Coet, Patrick, excuse me, Belger, and now John Marshall moving up into fourth. Tuffarello drops back to fifth, and James Robinson is sixth.
Here they go. Now it's Patrick and Coet trying to move away from... Well, look at Robinson. I don't know what's the story with him tonight. He is out of it off a very slow pace. Coet.
Excuse me, a little less than 2 laps to go.
Coet, Patrick, Belger, and John Marshall on the outside moving up. He looks full of run to me, does Marshall. Let's see if he moves up in a second here.
Coet, Patrick, Marshall now moves up into third. Belger is fourth, but it is still Edwin Coet with the lead. David Patrick second. Mark Belger now begins to make his move, but it's going to be Coet, Patrick, and Belger. Marshall fourth, Tuffarello fifth, and Edwin Coet moves down to the wire with David Patrick finishing second and Mark Belger third. Made it look easy, didn't he?
Interesting race. It really is. He was in with great speed and the likes of Robinson, and I don't think he knew that Robinson either was sick tonight or not running well. And he is somebody whose kick you fear. Now, this man was an Olympic finalist, ran exceptionally well in the games. 23 years of age. He was sixth in the Olympic finals right there. 10th ranked in the world. Edwin Coet, the winner of the Charles Howe 800 meters.
So the activity continues here at the Millrose Games. 1985, Edwin Coet wins the 800. You're watching the Millrose Games.
By Apple Bank for Savings. We're good for you. Welcome to the excitement of high school basketball. Tonight, the Massapequa Chiefs meet the Sailors of Oceanside. This matchup begins next on Cablevision's Long Island Sports Network. Hi again, everybody. I'm Barry Landers along with Stan Kellner. Well, Stan, these two clubs met earlier this season, a 5-point ball game. The Chiefs coming out on top. What do you think we can look for tonight?
Well, it's a murderous league, Barry. It's the 1B league with Freeport and Baldwin. But these two teams have been competitive all year long. Both teams are looking for a third scorer, and they're very competitive. Massapequa, a little quicker than Oceanside, but Oceanside has Scott Fiedler.
Well, Massapequa's lost 4 games in a row. They got off to a great start, especially preseason. And right now, the Chiefs trying to snap that 4-game losing streak. They've got a fine ball club. Bobby Dealey's a good player. What can we look for besides Bobby Dealey?
Well, Mark Sparber is the guy that's got to start off and be real quick and hot early in the ball game. He's been averaging around 13.5 points, Barry. And shooting 60% from the floor, which is impressive, but only 54 from the line. He scores inside and out, not very strong, but not afraid to get inside the lane.
Well, Bobby Dealey averages about 12 points. They don't get much offensively from the guards, although John Laurentino could play a key role, going about 9 points. They've got a 6'4" center from Egypt, and we'll be looking at Khalid Ashmawi tonight.
Yeah, I like his name. If you can pronounce that in the game, you're going to be all right.
All right,
and so
Ted.
is Massapequa going to be all right if he plays well tonight.
All right, let's look at the other side, the Oceanside Ball Club. They're a club that's 8-9, 3-6 in league play. And they're a ball club that comes off a good win over Valley Stream Central. What about their ball club tonight?
Well, when you talk Oceanside Sailors, you talk Scott Fiedler. Scott's averaging 22 points a game, and he's a creator. He makes his own offense. He distributes the ball. He scores, as I said, 22 points a game, but he has about 3 or 4 assists a game, also 4 or 5 rebounds. and he's a 90 student. He's got to play a smart game on the floor tonight, as well as being good in the class.